Hey, this is Latoya Dixon Smith of LatoyaDixonSmith.com, and I am a engineer turned photographer teaching photographers how to leverage systems in their business. And I wanted to do a quick tutorial on how I use both Dubsado's task boards and Trello boards for keeping up with client photo lists. So this is specifically for like my wedding clients, for instance. After I've sent them a questionnaire asking them what are the like the family formals and other must-have photos that they want on their wedding day. When I get that back, I create a list that I'll keep both in my Dubsado task board or my Trello board, whichever one I decide to use. But I'm going to show you, excuse me, how to use both. Because the great thing about Dubsado, I really love Dubsado, is that you have all of your client information in your dashboard. I actually use Dubsado with my second photographers so that we can keep track of these photos as well between the two of us, because it will sync automatically. And then if not, if we also can use Trello. So I'm just going to show you both options. I only use one or the other, so I'm not using two at the same time, but I just want to show you the two options because if you're not a Dubsado subscriber, you can use a free Trello account and do this yourself as well. So let me show you how it goes. If you're looking at the screen here, this is on the tasks tab in my Dubsado account for this particular job. And this is just one with my second shooter that I had for a wedding that we did this past weekend. And so you'll see I've created the job board called the formals list for the client names. And then each of the columns here have the list is of. So this one is for the wedding party, the photos of the wedding party themselves. These are other must-have photos that the client listed that they wanted, as well as some notes that I took whenever we had a conversation that I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget, as well as the family formals. So what you're gonna do is, after you've gotten all of those requested photos, you're gonna go in and you can create a link on the mobile version of the Dubsado account as well, and do this on your phone as well, which is what I do. I utilize my cell phone, pull up this board to just kind of check off. You can see once you check it off, the check turns like a turquoise, I guess that's what you would call that color. And it kind of grays out the name instead of being black here, so that you can see that that one's all checked off. And so this is just a good way for you to keep track of what you've captured throughout the day so that you don't forget anything, especially if you have clients who have those really dire needs of certain photos that they want. And I'm going to show you, go over to Trello and show you how I do this as well. Okay. So in Trello, it looks a little bit different than it does in Dubsado. And I use the Trello checklist for this. So I have the formals list all in one board with different cards, and each card itself I have checklists. So you can see this actually shows you the checklist. It strikes it out whenever you've clicked on that, which is really neat. Because it makes it plain as day that you're done with that. And it shows you a percentage of completion of that checklist. So I can go through there and see what I've checked off and what I haven't checked off. The same for the family formals list. I can do the same. You can also upload photos in your Trello cards as well. So I hope that was helpful. This is just a really good tool to use, especially if you're wanting to get away from the manual having to carry around a sheet of paper and check off a list with a pen. Although I still do recommend it, because sometimes, technology gives us a little bit of a headache sometimes, or maybe you don't have access to internet or your phone dies or whatever. So I would recommend that you have both. But if you don't want to carry that pen and paper around too, you can use these Trello boards. You can use your Dubsado task board as a good way to track which photos that you've taken of the requested client photos. All right. I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.